Oh, hey. High Tide Imbibe. We have another beer to do. This is one that, another one of those ones where I thought I had done it quite a while ago, but it must have fell in the cracks. Must have fell in between that period between Hoagley beer reviews and High Tide Imbibe. So, a couple year period where I wasn't doing reviews. Um, but yeah, we have one from Nine Locks. This is their Fathom Double IPA at 8% alcohol by volume. I really like the can art on this one, by the way. It's got a old timey deep sea helmet, deep sea diver suit, and he's got all kinds of he's got hops all over him. Actually, I never looked at it close enough. He's got hops on him instead of seaweed. I thought it was seaweed. I'm sure that's still sort of the imagery they're going with here, but in the back of your mind. But it is actually hops that he's got going on there. Hop cones, hop leaves. 8% alcohol by volume, and it's a big double IPA. From what I understand it, and to what I remember of it, and I have, I've had this on and off over the years, but it's not quite dank West Coast double IPA, but it's kind of East Coasty, but not Haysbro, Juice Bomb, New England shit, right? It's much more just a really hoppy, like East Coast one. So you're gonna get some more fruity flavors and stuff like that. Not necessarily the deep, dank, piney grapefruit shit. This I think from what I recall, this goes more towards, hey, we got some fruits in there and stuff like that, but it's not overwhelming with like Juice Bomb or Milkshake IPA or any of that crap. So I'm just gonna share the screen here for a sec. Go to Nine Locks. Looked at it for a second. So there we go. Nine Locks Brewing Company. They have a spirit company as well. I don't think I've seen any of their. I don't know if I've seen any of these. They got vodka sodas. Is that all they do? Vodka sodas? Okay. I haven't seen any of those as far as I know. Not that I've been looking. I didn't realize they had them. So just look at their beer here. So this is one of their year round releases, and yeah, where's their shop? That I'll show you the how I got a hold of this time out. Shop now. That's where I want to go. So this I talked about this in a previous review I did not too long ago. I think it was probably another. It was another Nine Locks. Yeah, it was the white IPA that I did. So I got it out of this new mixer that they got going on here. 8 cans of beer, 8 tall boys of beer at that. So not bad. Um, but yeah, it's got the Fathom, it's got the white IPA, the IPA, and the Frig Off East Coast IPA. So there you go. It's pretty good. All things considered, considering our prices are definitely a lot higher here in Nova Scotia because of tax reasons. Not a bad little box. I've picked it up a couple times now and been thoroughly enjoying it. So there you go. And then we got Dan, Western Canadian reviewer, in here saying Juice Bomb IPA isn't crap if done right. For me, there's no real right way to do it. When I'm drinking a beer, I don't want to drink juice. That's just me, personal preference, right? Like I want an IPA. I want an IPA. I don't want something that tastes like ocean spray. You know. Usually, I find almost every example I've run into, the bitterness is really dialed back, and it's just nah, not for me, bro. So let's knock this one down. Yeah. And Dan goes on to say, fair, just like I hate the bitterness in IPAs. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, there you go. That's the beauty and versatility of beer, though, right? There's something for everybody. Even if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell other people they can't drink it, right? You gotta like what you gotta like. Um, so 8% alcohol by volume. The IBUs in this are 90. So sometimes IBU doesn't mean shit. Sometimes it does. But my past recollections of this and having had it words um, recently, it is a pretty bitter beer. Um, Dan says that should give a good pucker. Yeah. So ingredients: water, hops, malt, more hops, yeast, even more hops, and love. And anything else here we need? So unfiltered, of course. Epic Hazy Double IPA, brewed for hop lovers, and that's about all you need to know. We don't want tasting notes and all that stuff. Yeah. So looking at it here, it is pretty hazy. It looks almost like blood orange or like something like that in color on the actual you know on the camera. It looks a little darker. Always looks a little bit more colorful on the camera. It's a very pale kind of golden straw color. Not super pale. Like I said again, it's hazy, but looks good. Looks like typical IPA. Just a little bit of a foamy head hanging on there. Nothing spectacular. And we got another comment here. Let's see. Oh, all right. So Oliver Ganley says, "Hi, Lee Russell. I'm afraid I can't bring anything alcohol related to the discussion, but I wanted to say thanks for all the entertaining and enlightening film podcasts you've done." Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Little light on the podcasting this month so far. Hope to rectify that soon, but things have been going on in the background where we, there's some personal stuff that has to be straightened out, scheduling wise, and just some other things going on. And we got CB Fall in here saying, "Hey Lee, hope you have a fantastic week ahead." I do too. That's a little up in the air right now. I don't want to get into too much details, but thank you very much, CB Fall. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well as well. And so we're going to go to the aroma here. So this is very, like I said, it's not the West Coast dank kind of smell. It's not that like deep pine, grapefruit kind of thing. This is very more on a citrus, like tangerine, orange kind of thing, like leaning into stone fruits even, like melon and stone fruits, and getting little bits of that here and there. Mostly definitely like tangerine kind of citric quality there. Tangerine and orange. Maybe like the slightest little hint of peach kind of coming in here. You're not really detecting the alcohol on the nose necessarily. And it just smells really good. Still smells like beer. You still get a little bit of that graininess kind of coming out. Again, that's kind of another thing here that kind of separates it from, say, just your hazy New England East Coast IPA, is because it's it's not just straight up fruit juice. Like you can smell the beer part of it, right? And CB Falsett, most definitely excellent. Excellent. So we're going to go to the taste. Not much more to get out of the nose. It's a pretty, there's a few notes there. I suppose if I sort of drew on it for a while and let it warm up and shit, um, I could probably pick it apart a little bit better. But I mean, and just give you a general idea of what you're getting here. It's very citric forward, very orange tangerine forward, with like little hints of like peach and maybe melon. Um, so not super complex, but there's some nice stuff going on in here. So cheers. We'll go right to the taste. Mm. And there's where the bitterness hits. And Dan alluded to puckering in the comments. Not quite, but it's a very pronounced bitterness. Um, we got Sam Smalley in the chat saying, "G'day, Lee mate. G'day, sir. Hope you're doing well." Um, so the bitterness is pretty much all in the forefront too. Like as soon as you get to the finish, it has a nice drying, lingering bitterness, but you do get a punch of that bitterness up front, and that's kind of compacted with this orange tangerine and vaguely stone fruit kind of mixture that you got from the nose. The nose transfers to the taste very well. The body on it is definitely, I'd say, upper light bodied. It's not a necessarily a super mouth coating kind of beer, nor do you really want it to be. And that bitterness, that dryness, um, you got to assume maybe a little bit of astringency from the actual alcohol is in there as well. But it's not unpleasant to any degree. Like it lingers on the tongue, the back of the throat, makes you want to take another sip. And honestly, the biggest thing about this beer is it's a really dangerous one because it is super easy drinking for a double IPA. Um, you can kind of see why people go on to like make like triple IPAs and shit like that. They keep trying to push the limits a little bit more because there's just so many craft breweries out there that do this style now that just do a double IPA and make it like effortlessly drinkable, like to the point where you don't know you're drinking a double IPA until it's too late, until you try to stand up after you've had like three and you can't stand up. You're going right back down. It's yeah. Other than it being really dangerous, it's very smooth and easy drinking, and it's a tasty double IPA. It's not the most bracing bitter one. It's not the one where you detect the alcohol. It's not the most complex one I've ever had, but it's very very pleasant and enjoyable, especially if you like that side of the sort of scale with orange, tangerine, melon, a little bit of peach. Um, that's everything that this is really, and it comes in a very easy drinking package. So as a double IPA, Imperial IPA, I'd probably style wise kind of put this at about a 8.85. We'll say 8.5 because I do like it quite a bit. And I think it hits enough interesting notes where it's like, yeah, a little bit even better than just really good. Um, my own personal preference, I'm going to throw an 8. I don't buy this all the time. Partly because I do know how dangerous it is, and I might lose myself and actually end up drinking one or two of these that I more than I should, and I'll be in trouble. Um, but I generally like it a lot. It's a very good double IPA, especially for the maritime region here, Nova Scotia, because there's a few kicking around, but not a lot. So when you run into one, it's nice to have. So yeah, 8.5 and 8 is where we're gonna sit on that one. And Oliver Ganley says, "Is a double IPA as dangerous as the stuff, though?" Definitely not. I've never seen a double IPA take over the body of a person and use them as a host, as some sort of parasitic uh, substance bubbling up from the earth. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I should watch that again at some point. Probably actually should do a podcast on it at some point. We've never done that one on the show, so there we go. Um, and then CB Falsa's very good review. Well, thank you very much. But yeah, that's the beer. I'm going to kick out of here and finish this one up and enjoy it and try to take my mind off things a little bit and enjoy myself. And I hope everyone who is watching or who watches later can do the same and has a good week. I'm pretty sure I'll probably do some more reviews before Christmas. I do still have I don't know if you can see it back there. I still have the leg of Woolen 8 that I have to get to. Is that the leg of Woolen 8 I was pointing to? It's there somewhere. Oh yeah, it is. That is the leg of Woolen 8 right there. So I have to review that at some point. I might do it this week if things turn out all right. Just waiting on some news. But until then, thank you very much, guys. Have a good one, and we'll check you later. Bye-bye.